thing is, I just can't control myself. I never thought that I could be with anyone else until you came into my life and you showed me there is love. And I think I love you. That's too soon.
Hey yo, good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Okay, much better. Okay, just wanna make sure everything is good my end. Everything seems good my end. Oh no. Okay, so let's hop into this, guys. Let's see who's here with me. Good afternoon, Jason. How you doing, man? Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Did any of you guys take any trades today? Let me hear if you guys took any trades. Ryan, good morning. Good afternoon, man. Hope you're doing well. CJ in the building. Hope you're doing good, man. What's happening? All the war events. Do we think it's over? I don't think it's over just yet. All this woman stop, man. I would love it to stop, but I first wanna make a bang for my buck. If we can have gold retrace still here, that'll be beautiful. Okay, looks like we're gonna actually hit to that level in the session. Gold coming through, the indicator coming through with the insane signal there. I didn't take it, I missed it. This is a biblical war. China's now involved in the back end. Yeah, and then we're gonna talk about a few things as the session continues. But let's get into it real quick. So far, guys, I've taken my profits here on this rest gold trade somewhere around this point this morning, and also this position I took all the way down here. I also closed that position at that exact same point, more or less over here, once the sell came through over here. Okay, so with that said, I've marked out all the zones. And you can see currently on the internal structure, we can see price has had quite a few reactions, and we have quite a few zones where we could see continuation occur if we do have pullbacks. We are now tapping into further demand zones. This zone right over here, also at 33.20. I would love to go long, but currently just looking at the structure over here is not giving me any indication that I can go long just yet. Maybe for me to go long, I'll have to see a break above. This level over here. I'll have to wait for a break above this level over here. Oh, that actually would have been nice. Okay, so other than that, if we can have price trade down a bit lower towards 33.15, that will be beautiful. And I think at that point I will do the exact same thing I did at these other zones, taking risk entries. So let's just hit an alert here, since price is moving so fast. Hey Timothy, man, hope you're doing well. What happened? Look at gold, at bearish movement. I'm also confused, but this could also just be a pullback, I'm still bullish on it. I'm still heavy bullish on gold. Yeah, it could take some time till we get to the all-time highs, but we'll see what happens. For the session, I'll be bearish on GU. We can see this level over here. I actually took a sell here this morning. I missed the EU sales. I sent it out to the group, but I missed the EU sales. Beautiful, ended right over there. Price ran, got out over here at the demand zone. Beautiful, beautiful trade. I should say I have some fair value gaps there, so it's adjusted to that point. So once we can have GU retrace up until that high, I will start looking for a pattern like this to present itself on a lower time frame. So for instance, I want to see something like this happen. Change character, fair value gap, and I will look to execute. Alright. Go to sell on gold, 1248, beautiful. You made me leave Jevon to the gold trading me better though. Man, that's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I haven't looked at anything on Well Trade today so far. I haven't done anything on Well Trade today so far. I must still load my account. I'm just waiting for some cash to come through so I can load that account. Yeah, so let's hope it actually hits within the next few minutes so that we can load it. What did I want to say now? Oh yeah, sorry, you guys distracting me. Let's go to EU real quick. Let's see what EU is doing. So remember that EU trade over here. I want to see that levels, but seeing that we are now in New York session and price has not yet swept the Asia low, I will still maybe consider taking that position all the way at that high to potentially target the Asian low. So exact same thing like on GU. I can see some sort of pattern present itself to that level, and I will look for a short. Okay, so we have GU, EU, and gold. What's gold gonna do? What's gold gonna do? What's gold gonna do? Are we gonna break above? Are we gonna continue lower? What's gonna happen here on gold? I would love to get in over here, guys. I would love to get in. I wouldn't hesitate and literally target the Asia low and the Asia high. What I'm gonna say now is the other thing I'm gonna look at. Let's look at US 30, dirty 30. Price ran quite nicely there yesterday, but I still don't know what to do on USDT, to be honest. Still looks a bit wild. It still looks a bit wild. Asia high, Asia low. Asia high has been swept. I wouldn't trust this over here because it looks like trend line liquidity, so I wouldn't want to sell from here right now at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if we see price take out yesterday's high. Also look at also oh, my bad, man. My bad, man. My bad, guys. Sorry, man. I was a bit negligent. I was a bit negligent, man. Okay, is everything fine now? Everything good? Let me know. And then while you guys are at it, I see some people left the stream. Do me a favor, please. Please like, subscribe, and share the link with a fellow trader. Let's get it. Nah, that was really my fault, guys. That was my fault. I was a bit negligent. I bought electricity, I didn't put it in. And Michaela told me the whole morning, put in electricity, put in electricity, put in electricity, and I didn't put in electricity. Okay, so gold is gonna give us this thing here. I can feel it. Come gold. Come gold. So like I said, I'm still gonna expect this move here on EU, and then on EU we're expecting this on GU. Okay, and then we were looking at USDT. My bad guys, man, like for real, I feel like an idiot. And then I run downstairs, all I hear is, I'm doing it. Okay, so still waiting on something there on USDT. Let's see NASDAQ. NASDAQ came back into that demand zone here actually last night, and it went up to make further higher highs. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not going to trade NASDAQ. NASDAQ right now is, I'll get hurt on NASDAQ if I want to trade it. I just know my luck. Especially trying to sell these highs. Very risky. Okay, let's get back to the chat here real quick. Jay, don't you think G is forming head and shoulders? GU. To be honest, King, I don't trade patterns like that. I'll be very honest with you. I don't trade patterns like head and shoulders, spinets, flags, channels, and so forth. I don't do that. Because also the reason why I say that, based on my method, I usually use the retail traders' psychology against them. And what I mean by that is, so for instance, if you trade a head and shoulder, let's do this quickly. Like, let me show you an example here real quick. Like, here's a good example. See what it tells you to put your stop loss. They teach you to put your stop loss like that. So in my mind, if someone's gonna try and sell I'm not saying it couldn't work out, but in my mind right now, there is gonna be liquidity sitting around this area, meaning some stop losses must be taken out. And those stops can either sit above the higher or above the higher, or even above the higher. This is why I'm gonna wait for that entry to come and play out and take out those stops. I hope that makes sense. It's just an approach for me that works for me. It makes my trading more understandable, if that makes sense. Let's have a chat on fundamentals of this war. What's my take on it? I don't think it's the end of it. I think Iran is gonna come back and do something, and it's gonna lead to something way bigger. Like someone said there, I think they said China's getting involved as well. So it's very hard for me to say right now because I'm not seeing anything based on my sources. So at this moment, I really hope that things will start like de-escalating. Obviously people are dying, but then also I'm excited to see, is Iran just gonna leave it like that? One person's USDT strat is fire is Mr. Ricardo Sonos. I haven't looked into Ricardo stuff, to be honest. Ricardo charges a lot of money. Do I know Miles from Millennial FX? He's listening to your stream. Yeah, I know Miles. Why? What's up?
Hello, Julian. Where are you?
Let's look at some things here on Wild Trade. Let's see how the market's looking there. Let's see if there's any setups. I'm gonna flip everything over now. While we're at it, we're gonna wait on gold. Gold really mustn't leave me. So currently this is acting as, this thing could flip. It could really flip from here. I hope not. I really hope not. Let me just log into Well Trade real quick. Wait, what? I can just. Wait, that's the wrong password. Just wait for it to load real quick. Okay, so I'm still gonna gooi the demo account. So this for this week. So for yesterday and today, we're gonna trade the demo on Wild Trade, and then next week I'll go live on it, right? So just wanna put that out there in case anyone says I'm trading a demo account. Yes, I'm trading a demo account on Wild Trade right now because I'm still getting used to all these pairs as well. I think I have a feel for it. But shit. I'm sorry guys. That music was really loud. Okay. Let's get into our pairs here. So let's look at Pain on the 15 minute. So Pain is buy. Okay, Pain buy, Gain sell. Okay, see, I'm still getting used to it. So Pain has been going up. I can't do anything there. Gain. What has Gain been doing? Isn't there like a magnet? Oh no, I didn't mean like magnet like that. Okay, so I'll wait for a price to trade into this level over here. But looking at that inverse, okay, so maybe better around this area. Sell limit. I won't lie, these pairs are volatile. I won't lie, they're volatile. So I'll go 70. Okay, so sell limit there on Gain 400. Pain has been going up. Gain has been going down. Pain. Gain. Pain. So I can't look for anything on this. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking business. You guys can see everything I'm doing, right? So I don't think I have to really explain anything there. Hey, what is happening here? Let's just do that. Okay, so we'll go with like 70 stops on this. Another sell limit over there on Gain 999. Pain, nope, don't want to get involved there. Gain, there's potential. So sell limit on that supply zone. This one looks like a goodie. Okay, so I think that will be our orders for the synthetics. Just to have a feel for it. This is not financial advice either, so please. Okay. Okay, there's no more after that. I'm gonna study these other pairs the weekend, eh? I'm gonna study these pairs the weekend to see. Okay, I kind of see what the trend is here. It's like you have a spike and then you have a move. But this is like kind of like crash and boom. Not exactly the same. But I think I see more or less what's clapping. But I'm gonna go study them over the weekend. These specific pairs, and also like just get used to this platform. It's so different. Oh damn, Ryan, to basically start trading these synthetic pairs, you can open an account with Well Trade over here using my link. Please use my link. It's kind of like Crash and Boom and so forth. Kind of like their own synthetics. Now just asking, as is also in PE, awesome person as well, ever think of linking with him? I was the one who introduced Miles to 2Gs. We did our the first podcast we did. The first podcast he did there was my podcast, but then it was like laggy and stuff like that. There was that one moment now when I had to do a podcast with someone when there was problems. But yeah, like I have done a seminar with Miles before as well. We gave away a 2 million rand Vault Funder account. Miles is a cool guy, but I wouldn't want to work with him, to be honest. Let's see what Gold's gonna do here. Is Gold gonna give us a goodie? Okay, EU is heading up to that level. What do I wanna do now? I want to do something. Who's the broker for Well Trade? Well Trade is the broker. It's their own synthetics. Damn. pretty cool what they do.
Captain America. Global.
Come on, gold, man. Come on, gold. I want some longs. I want some longs, man.
Hello, motherfucker.
Legit withdrawals, etc. Yeah, I know WellTrade. They've been in the game for a long time, 18 years. Last one is issues. Withdrawal takes about an hour to your bank account. Yeah, well, Jason has been trading with them. He put me onto them yesterday. Yesterday morning I woke up and Jason said I must check them out. I checked them out, opened an account, they reached out, and we actually have a meeting with WellTrade this afternoon. And this, like, bro, it came at the perfect time. It came at the perfect time. Guys, I'll be honest with you, eh? This gold looks like it wants to go up from here. I won't lie to you. Gold looks like it wants to pop from here. But the thing is, it will be dumb for me to buy here. And then I get stopped out and I look for another entry over here. You understand what I'm trying to say? So let's hope that they pull back. Let's hope that they actually pull back. We'll check it out, spreads and so forth. Spreads are good, bro. Spreads are amazing. Let me show you. Let me show you those spreads. Don't let Jerry and you talking about spreads. Look at those spreads, bro. Look at those spreads, bro. This is the 1 minute chart, eh? 1 minute chart. This is for the trend. This is for pain. Tight spreads, bro. And I can understand why it's so tight, because it's their technology, it's their algorithm. So they clap it, bro. They clap it. I wonder how much they've made so far from these. I wonder. Let me go see if they don't have stats on their site. Let me go see if they don't have some stats on their site. See anything on the finances. I see the copy trading too. I see the copy trading too. Do they use their own platform? You can use MT5. You can use MT5. But yeah, the only reason why I'm using the web trader right now is so I can actually show the charts on here. Like with the Riv has their own trading view. But I like WellTrade. You can actually see my every once I log into the real account. If like here's the thing also, guys, ne? Here's the thing also. Here's the thing. if I'm gonna be trading this, not if, when I log into the real account, right? At any point, can anyone ask me on stream, hey Jevon, are you trading a real account? And I can literally just do this. You know? And I also hope that me doing this is the equivalent of me giving you guys my investor password when we start trading live, because you guys will be able to see my history on here, everything, you know. So if I make money on this stream and you losing money, then the only person there is to blame is you, you know. And also you guys will then be able to actually see how much I actually make, how much I withdraw, and so forth and so forth. But obviously I won't put all my finances out there like that. I'm pretty sure you can have an additional account. So I'll have a stream account and my personal account. But yeah, you know, if you can have a stream account, even better. Okay. Oh, Zanana. We just need to see a tap here. Just tap this level here. Guys, you guys know me. Okay, there we have a tap. 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 Okay, wait. I'm getting in. Okay, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. Right over there-ish. So you guys know I've been taking trades on gold like this with no confirmation for quite some time now on stream. So wish me luck. It's either I'm gonna get stopped there, or it's gonna be a thing of like, oh shit, he did it again. Okay. So I guess. Oh damn, guys, my bad. I'm in gold. I'm in gold. I took that gold by 750 pip stop. So you'll see this is how we took the last trade. We entered with some drawdown. We went up. There's the other one we took. We had 0 drawdown on this one. So we'll see how this one plays out. So far for the stream this week, we have a 100% win rate on gold, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I only want to be alerted when I get stopped out on gold. I don't want to look at it right now. My poop is coat. How's the cost per contract? For example, 1 lot, 20 pip move. What are we looking at? Ryan, I will tell you what I've told every other person that has traded synthetics. The best thing to do is take a demo account and go to each pair and trade the smallest lot size you can. The moment you go into a dollar profit or a dollar loss, remember it's 0. The smallest lot size most likely, the smallest, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong. The smallest lot size you can use in the pairs are 0.10 lot sizes. But it's actually like a 0.01. Just correct me if I'm wrong there, Jason. Just gonna correct me if I'm wrong there. So, with that said, how I mastered trading crash and boom. I didn't understand how to count these pips because every pair, from volatility to a range break to dicks to crash and boom to what's the other ones they have to jump. Everyone is like, they all have the unique way of like how you count their pips, right? So the only advice I always have to people is, and this is not financial advice, this is what I do. I take a demo account, like let's do it. Let me show you, brother. Let me show you what I mean. So say for instance, right, this is pain. So I figure out, okay, this is how pain works. So okay, I'll go new order. You see, you can't go smaller lot size. So I buy, right? I buy it, and obviously I have to set a stop loss on it. So I modify my stop loss. Now you can also count your points. See there it says like 2,000 points, right? 2,000 points. Now just because I've traded crash and boom before, I can kind of have an estimate of like what this will be based on that 0.10, which is actually 0.01. So I know when this thing hits stop loss, that's gonna be $2. Even if you put for TP, let's say you put let's just put a 1,000 point TP, right? So you'll see now if we open the terminal, the smallest lot size here is 0.010. See how little it is? So now you can kind of have an estimate, you see. So like the amount of points, so for instance, say for instance we entered here at 90988, right? We can see that our okay, so we can see that that's our entry right there, and our stop loss will be 20 points below that. So if you look at the pips, okay, it's 696. So for, if you want to make it exact, then you put it 8, right? Now you have 20 points. So now that is basically how you can start measuring it. So you don't count the decimals on the synthetics. So okay, then you take it a bit further. You go to your history, even if you don't want to monitor it, if it's the case. Then you can look at your lot size, your lot sizes. So let's look at the first one over here. Was gain 600, 0.10. The stop loss, the entry was at 105.6416, right? So let's just cut it to 105. So you can see the difference there from the price to stop loss is like 50 points, right? 50 points, 0.10. Look at the profit. So you check. Okay, so I think Jason also, it depends on the pair you trade, because I know like with the Riv, with range break, you count the pips the same more or less, but the smallest lot size you can use there is a 0.01. You know, so I feel you. It could be literally, like we said now, a thing of like you just have to go through each pair and see which one or see which pair is what volume size. That makes sense. Jan Ryan, make sure you join the Discord, bro. Anytime Ryan in the Discord, you can message if you need help on Welter. If Jeff's not there, available to assist you. Jan, we have a lovely community. Everyone, like I always tell people, the point of our community is to help each other, you know. Having their own synthetics, no heavy market manipulation, no. Because the thing is, bro, this thing is coded. The thing is, Ryan, there's a reason why people lose money with trading. And you can apply this to any market. Because you know why? Everyone goes on Google how to search, how to trade Forex or how to trade the market. What happens is, or I can actually show you some proof here right now. Okay, how to trade Forex, right? Then you get up you'll find all these different guides on how you can get started. I mean, look, here's a broker. Here's a broker telling you how to trade Forex, right? If brokers know people lose money, why are they enticing people to trade? Because that's what we said yesterday. This thing is like a drug, you know? I want to say something's missing. Here we go. So for instance, now you start learning about trading. Okay, now you open an account and now you're going to start trading, right? But now you don't know how to read the charts. Okay, then you will most likely be how to read or trade. For it, just an example. This is just an example, right? So if you go to images, what do you see? You see all these things taught to us about resistance and support and whatever the case, right? But the important thing I want to show you is Forex trading patterns with SL and TP. This is what I want to show you. This is how people get trapped on the market because now they are taught what to look for. So for instance, right? Look what they tell you, where to enter, where to exit and so forth. Now here is the thing, bro. If trading was so simple, everyone would be making money. But you see all this information here, Bear with me. I want to show you something very interesting. 6 and 9 perspective. The reason why I always make an example of this is, look, there's a 6 and a 9. Okay, let me just open this up a bit, yeah. So I always make an example of this. Imagine the guy on the left is the broker or people who run banks, they control information. On the right is us, the trader, right? So they know how the market works. They see a 6. But remember, I can go deep with this, right? So whenever you're in a trade, if you buy, have you noticed if you close your trade, let's say you're in a buy, you close your trade, it will say sell out. Have you ever seen that? Because there's constantly a buyer and a seller on the market, right? So these huge institutions, they have big money, but they can't just enter at any time. For instance, if they want to buy a stock, there has to be a seller. If they want to sell something, there has to be a buyer. But the thing is, these institutions almost never lose money. They know how to trade. What do I mean by this? They would always buy a stock low, price would rise up, they would be in profit. Now what happens? They've made their profit. Now the price is high. What do? They sell. There is a buyer that buys at a bad price. You get what I mean? You get the concept. So, this psychology has been engraved into us. So the way the market moves, people can say what they want, right? I will always say this. Prove me wrong then. Show me that these people aren't in cahoots, or show me, or I want someone to like link me with like a bank or like a hedge fund or like a huge broker. Show me exactly why the market moves the way it moves. Because it's not random. You understand my point? I'm going down a rabbit hole here now. My point what I'm making with this is, they understand how we have been taught to see the market. Meaning, we have been taught to take entries at the wrong place. So what happens? They make the market move and create certain patterns that you've been taught. So when you see that pattern, you react blindly to it because it's a pattern. So you get what I'm trying to say? So this is why, the way I see it, right? With the RIV and with wild trade. because they already have the in-house algorithm, whatever the case, right? They are the market maker. Firstly, they make money on the spread, no matter what. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. If you make money or lose money, they make money on the spread, ne? The second thing is, if you lose money, majority of people lose money. They take all that money. They have more than enough liquidity. This is the power of like synthetics and these brokers. So this is why I will never be fearful of like companies like this who've been around for a very, very long time. Because I know people are losing money on these synthetics. They are raking in business. A good example of this is the RIV, right? In 2021, the RIV made $20 billion net in revenue, right? They made $20 billion in revenue. They only paid out $230 million. That's not even a billion from what they've made. So you get what I'm trying to say? There is money in this, and if you clap it properly, I'm done with my rant now. Let's see what's happening here on gold. We're already up 1-1 here. I'll get to the chat in a second, guys. Just give me a second. Shoo! What a trade, huh? What an entry. So, minimize risk. Okay, let me get to the chat real quick. I know I said a lot now. I said a mouthful. Been using it for a while, not heavy market manipulation. If I was wrong, okay, let's say that. I mean, pain and gain. I was wrong, it was unnecessary. With pain and gain, okay. Okay, the demo can't go lower than. Okay, that would make sense. What is Forex? Maps explain. So how do we get this right? Ryan, bro, I can literally give you my course for free, bro. I can give you my synthetic course completely for free. YouTube the only thing I ask from you is like my streams, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and we don't take donations on the stream anymore. I think I should stop putting my account number on the stream. And you can donate to our charity. Check out the podcast between DJ Coach and Rydell. He explained what billionaires doing with the money comes from the $6 trillion. Are we man? We're doing good. So you mean our entry should be put where everyone puts the SL liquidity? Exactly. In fact, I will find you a video, bro, just to explain this to you. There's someone here. I want to replicate this video, right? I want to remake it in my own way, but I don't want to feel like I'm copying the guy, right? There's someone who explained liquidity perfectly. I must just find that video real quick. Okay. I'll just draw this shit up myself since the internet is useless. Okay? So, Ryan, bro, let me blow your mind real quick, bro. Let me just go to a different... Oh no, I shouldn't have done that, man. Okay, guys. I'll go break even shortly on gold. Hey, man, guys. Gold has been clapping it. We've been clapping it on gold. Okay, so imagine this, right? There is a support or resistance level up here. Or let me do this. Let me do like a grayish, and let me do like a grayish, right? Imagine there's an institution, right? Imagine there's an institution that needs to buy a stock, right? We know the markets do this, bounce off support and resistance, right? Imagine there's an institution that wants to buy over here. Wait. Let's say this is the institutional buy zone, right? Remember, there needs to be tons of liquidity for them to buy into. Meaning, there has to be sellers down here for them to buy. So what do? They would run the market to support, right? They would then manipulate support by having price seem like it's gonna break through support. And what happens when price flips from support? When price breaks below support, it flips to resistance, right? What now happens is they trigger a lot of people's orders that want to go short. So imagine after that resistance, sellers go in, right? Which means now there is liquidity coming into the market here, right? There's sellers coming in. Now what happens is, because there is a buyer and a seller, right? They mish and mash. Does it make sense? Then this is how they manipulate. This is where you get your liquidity sweep. And this is where you get your change of character. After that happens, they will then run the market, let the market do its thing. Now, let's say this is their take profit area, right? Remember, they are in buys. They need people to sell, okay? Oh no, wait, they are in buys, so they need people to buy from them because they want to sell. So what's gonna happen? Come to resistance, we have to sell from the exact same concept, manipulate the high, so that you induce people to go along. And now what happens is you inject liquidity into the market, because now buyers go in, and now these buyers down here, these institutional buyers, get out of their position. And that's how we get screwed. That's how we get screwed over. You know? But it's very, very interesting, this concept. This is why I love it so much, because I've seen it happen multiple times over and over again. Multiple times over and over. I mean, look at this again over here. Isn't this supposed to be resistance since price held? I mean, look how perfectly resistance held over here. But now we had a sweep. You understand what I'm trying to say? Just an example. This is why I say it's all about how you perceive the market. I have a very unique approach to it. So yeah. I'm so mad I missed it today. Just came up from practice. Ah, man. It's okay, dog. It's okay, man. Let's see, maybe on Liquidity for you. Indicator giving a buy there. But I wouldn't want to go long at that point. I'll have to go long here. So it's quite a big stop on the indicator. Okay, this is gonna be my last trade for the day. US 30, US 30. Where's 30, 30? US 30. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Here we go. But I want to have such a big stop. I'll take it like that to maximize my risk. To maximize my reward. Yo, maximize my risk. Gold, 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 gold. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing, Brazza? What you doing, man? Don't do that, man. G, you coming to that level there as well? Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. If UP usually doesn't drop today, then I don't know. We must open a Pharo Capital PayPal. We can think about it. We can think about that. I can GU myself, but it's risky. I'm still waiting on GU to form a pattern. Just struggling a bit on my entry points, but I see it, but I hesitate. What strategy do you use, Ryan? Sorry, man. Mian. There you go, bro. So I'll do this for you. What financial advice? He's just asking if you can see it. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm just showing the guy, you know? I'm not saying he must take the trade or anything. He wants to take the trade. Mian, don't take the trade. Yeah, I wonder if my food's ready. Guys. Yeah, no, man. Nah, that was funny, Mian, bro. That's funny, bro. That was very funny. 50-minute breakout and close strat, but the fakers are disappointing. Yo, Ryan, I don't want to be that guy, but maybe you must check out my theory on the Forex Alchemy. It's on my channel. There's a playlist there you can check out. Just have a look at it. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't believe me. Just like for entertainment purposes only, watch it. You talking about food? I'm gonna order some butter chicken curry for tonight. Yo, bro, don't talk about food now, man. Yo, my magie is beetje leeg, jong. Yes, but that would be nice, bro. That's nice. I'm gonna pull up on you, Jeff, like FBI open up. Nah, Dylan won't pull up, bro. Dylan knows me and him, we've been scheming that fine money. I make money, I don't care. I lose money, I don't care. But when you see I make money, I send reviews give to That's very true. That is very true about Mian. That's very true. Mian is always very honest with me. Like whether he makes money or loses money, he's always like, he always says what he has to say, good or bad. And that's why I love Mian as well, you know. That's one thing I can say about Mian. Mian's not fake. So your last gold trade, can you explain the reason for entry point? My notes behind it. It was a risk entry. So if you watch my course that I created, you would know I have two methods of entry. Well, three. I have a flip zone, and I have my fair value gap change of character, and I have a risk entry. A risk entry is when I take a trade with no confirmation, purely based off belief and feeling. Nah, but for real, bro. So it depends. It really depends. Like for instance, over here, this was a risk entry. This over here was a risk entry. Let's look for something we took that was not a risk entry. I usually clean up my charts, man. I remove the old trades. Let's see quickly on US 30. Don't we have any trades there from the past? See, I usually remove them when we dance for the next day. Here's a good example. Yeah, so we closed this trade due to time. We closed this trade due to time on stream because I left. But if we go back, this is the 13th of June. I hope I can go back that far in 1 minute. Ooh, I can't go back so far in the 1 minute. Okay, you can't see it properly on here now, but basically the idea is you want to have price, so you have higher time frame and you have lower time frame. Right? Once again, there's not financial advice. This is just the way I look at the market. So let's do this, right? Let me do this. I'll explain it to you instead. So when I take a trade, then you'll be able to see it happen in real time. Where is the market? Let me just fix up here quickly. Okay, so let's say for instance, so I'll do this, so bear with me. The thick blue line is higher time frame. Okay, thick blue line is higher time frame, and the other line will be lower time frame. Okay, let me just stretch this out a bit. Just gonna stretch this out a bit so I can maximize what I'm showing you. Okay, so pay attention to this over here. I'm just gonna move it like this for now. I'll come back to it in a second and you'll see why. So I always look at higher time frame structure. So if the 4 hour does a break of structure, right? Let's say the 4 hour does. Let's say the 4 hour does a. 4. Oh damn! It's not gonna show on you now. Let's say this is your 4 hour break of structure, right? That 4 hour break of structure will leave you with a demand zone, right? You must likely have a big demand zone, something like that. But we can go back. So for instance, remember your 4 hour might be a candle, something like this. Let's just draw out the candle here real quick. Say for instance, this is your candle, right? This is your order block candle. If you go to a lower time frame, like your 15 minute, you will most likely find that in your 4 hour you have 15 minute structure. So meaning this one candle, you might see entire movements happen there, right? Now what happens is when that break took place, there was a candle there which started creating that move towards the upside, right? This is where zone refinement comes in. So you would usually refine your zone, and this is when your zone becomes a bit smaller, okay? Now very, very important. When the market starts trading down after it sets a high up here, so just ignore this. So say the market is here right now, we've created a break of structure, and now the market starts trading down to this level. Now remember, on the 4 hour it might look like this, but the lower time frame will do something like this. So the lower time frame will have high, low, higher, high. So your low, so meaning that there is going to be structure within your lower time frame, right? So you understand what I'm trying to say? So for instance, if you compare a 4 hour to the 15 minute, you might see that the market looks something like that, where in the 4 hours a clean move up, down, a clean break, pull back. And then on the 15 minute, you might see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. The market reverses, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So very, very important to understand this concept. So what happens now is when that lower time frame market starts going down, you will, now remember, there is 3 things the market does. The first is you have you have a bullish market, a bearish market, and a consolidation. So the market does 3 things. It goes up, down, or sideways. 3 things. Now, if the market goes up, how do you know the market is going up? People say, oh, I can see it's going up. No shit, Sherlock, you can see it's going up. But how do you see it's going up? What are the characteristics of an uptrend? Understand what I'm trying to say? So, on an uptrend, characteristics is a higher high and a higher low, higher high, higher low. In a downtrend, the opposite, you have a lower low, a lower high. So, why is this important? Because even though your trend higher time frame could be bullish, your internal time frame could be bearish. This is important to understand because once the market starts, okay, let me just do this, right? I'm just gonna kind of remove this out of the way. So imagine that strong move down is your 15 minute doing this. So now what happens is once the market taps your point of interest, you now have mitigation. You don't enter yet. Well, you can enter, but this is when it's a risk entry. Confirmation entry is you tap it and you wait for a change of character. Very important, characteristic of trend, change of character. If the characteristic of trend changes, meaning we have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. If price forms a higher high, what is that a characteristic of? Uptrend, right? So this indicates to me that the market has now shifted. After that mitigation has taken place, I now refine my last demand zone. So when price retraces back into that level, I put my stop below the zone. I target the high, and that's also how you get a good risk reward ratio. So that's basically how I take an entry. You can, so and this usually, well, for me it's different. This will be my 4 hour. This could be my 15 minute or my 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. But there's also another secret that your 15 minute chart holds, which is why I constantly draw up this little blue box, which is my Asia range, because this also indicates to me, well, it's like a cheat code. So If price is above the Asia range, I look for sells. If it's below it, I look for buys. And the reason for that is because if you go back to this pattern over here, so if you see the market doing this on a higher time frame, right? We know on a lower time frame what happens is something like this. Most likely like a pullback, consolidation, pullback, consolidation, move to the upside, consolidation, pullback, consolidation. Now what I've come to realize is usually if you're in an uptrend, you have your Asia box there. So what happens now is if your Asia low is swept, we buy below the Asia box because we're talking the Asia high. So I just dropped a gem there, you know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Let me know if I must explain it again. But yeah, I hope that makes sense, Ryan. Yo, bro, I bombarded you with so much information now. Jevon, the copy trading was well trade. I don't think so, eh? I don't think so. Mainly because FVCA goed.
Would you like to learn how to trade from a proven and qualified expert?
So yeah, guys. Oh yeah, so Ryan, also where you can get that is literally if you go to my channel. So let me do this. Let me do this. If you go to my YouTube. Oh, you guys gonna see my search history now. Shit. Damn, you guys can't see. So you go to my channel and then you go to playlists. Let me just make sure you can see. Okay, playlists, and you'll see that there is something called Forex Alchemy. So you'll see each session is about 51 minutes. So you'll see it's about an hour each session. So day 1, day 2. Well, you'll see like literally like those of you guys who were there at the time I did this, you would know how powerful this was. So like if you, I did a lot of theory into it, but you have to watch the theory, otherwise everything else won't make sense. I go deep to explain. My method is proven upon research. The market is controlled. Some people will play Okay, so yo guys, oil is still fighting with us as well, eh? I'm still holding oil. We've been holding it. So actually Ryan, very good example. So oil, look what market did. What do we see? Trend is bearish, right? So low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So at this point over here, we see that if an institutional point, $65 per barrel, institutional point, so that could be a reversal point. Then we see that price breaks above that high over there, and then we can see a change of character. Price taps into the demand, it holds once again. So internally, so right over here when price broke above, we marked out this level over here. So when price came back into the zone, this is where we entered. The stop below the level, I almost got stopped out on it, but I survived it. And you know, it's like, yeah. Yeah, tight Asian ranges, yeah. But the Asia low was swept though. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Are we gonna pumpingtons? Jeff, I wish I watched you when I started trading back in 2016. I remember lots a lot more easier. I get you, brother. I like the Asia high and low, also drew it up. It's really useful. Can you see the source on the Asian range talk about now again? Okay. Line up, down, consolidation. Otherwise, click sell. Man, it's always an asshole. Yeah, like bro, Jason, I've also had quite the experience like myself with like mentors and stuff like that, you know. I've done multiple things, but ever since I stopped following people, bro, and I just got myself one mentor, which is the Devante, trading done simple, the one I tag every time on my Instagram. Ever since I started trading with him, bro, my trading was just so much more simple. Okay, so here's the source. Okay, so 4-hour structure. Structure. So the 4-hour structure might look something like this: high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But what happens is price would usually seek previous demand zones to tap into, for instance, so that's your reaction points basically. So whenever price taps into them, you just want to react off those demand zones basically. So basically something like that, right? But I mean, this looks simple in theory until you have to go, oh, my bad. So say for instance, this is your 4-hour structure, right? After every break of structure, like we explained, you will have a demand zone formed, right? And price will seek demand to react to form a higher high, break structure, seek demand. So it looks simple in theory, but when you actually apply it, then you are faced with like something like this, for instance, where now it's not as simple as it looks now, right? Okay, so hey, gold, where you going, man? So with that said, how it will usually look is you will have, okay, let me do this. Let me go to a lower time frame so that I can actually draw. You will likely have structure form like a high, a low, a high, a high. You have consolidation, price break lower. I'm just throwing it out randomly as to how the market could potentially look. Okay, so let's say this is how the market looks. If you really go look at it, there's a cheat code. Usually you will find that price will consolidate at certain points. So meaning, if you are bullish, and every time like a break of structure occurs and there is demand here below the Asia box and you are bullish, remember, buy below the Asia box, sell above the Asia box. So if price breaks below the Asia box and you are bullish, do you see the cheat? Break structure, leave new demand, wait for price take out the Asia low, Asia high untested. And good example, we can go on gold. I've been bullish on gold, I know. I've been bullish on gold. But look at this over here. Let's look at this high when market started forming this bearish momentum, right? Okay, so sometimes, okay, we all know it won't always happen. Gold has been tricky. You will see Asia high would not be swept, but then would drop, right? But very interesting also, you would usually have London be swept. But anyway, you will see Asia high not swept, but price dropped. Not swept price. This is a cuck example I'm making right now. This is a very bad example I'm making right now. But okay, it makes sense also because look, we barely even took trades around these points. You see, so it's like we barely took any trades. So here you can see below Asia, I look for longs. Below Asia, look for longs. Below Asia, look for longs. Let's see how far back we can go here. Here's a good example also. Not the best example, Asia, but also it comes with experience. Asia high not swept, Asia high not swept. But now you see also moments like this, now you must be aware because now what happens is every time price comes back to these untested lows, look here, pay attention here first, untested low, Let's do this. Drop the line over there. Oh no. Drop the line over here. I'll just thicken it real quick. Like, there's the red line. What the price got there? Basically had that sweep, you know? So you can apply this to that one, this one, and this one. So price will usually also still come back to sweep those levels in the future. So even right now, why I'm bullish on gold? Because we have untested Asia highs, you know? I hope that makes sense, guys. I feel like I'll half-ass that now. I don't know. Nigga Gio. Oh, we tapped. Okay, so CJ for me currently. I'll have to see that change of character come through. So I need to see that change of character break below this level over here. And then break below. Retracement. So far it looks good there with the inverse fair value gap. So if prices continues pushing lower, then at that point I'll maybe look to get in. Thriller Davis, Jape Shop shouting, Brook, it's only 13 people, take control of you all those emotions. Thriller, how about you suck my dick, bruv? Make me kak vertel op my eie stream, I'll do whatever I want, whenever I want. You know why? This is my stream, my PC, my mic, my account. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Niemand sal vir my niks sê nie. En as jy 'n probleem het wat ek sê, nee, en ek wil sê dat ek vir almal sê, let's link up, kom to the bigger figure. Mind you, that's a grown man, eh? Mind you, that's a grown man with kids. Worried about me. He's a grown man with kids, worried about me. Shoo. The sad life. Take time out of your day. Instead of spending time with your kids, you can tell me, Mika. Sure, sad, bro. $13 or $13,000 makes no difference to valuable info and education. Nah, it's how you make your jokes. There's certain way you joke about things. You must know there's a certain way. You don't call me your broochy and things like that. You know, if you've never been on my stream, I'm not your friend, brother. And I mean it with all due respect. I don't mean to be a dick about it when I say that. There's a way, if you at least were in the chat, at least like dropped something to say. The only thing you came to say was a cut joke. So you know, that's my problem. That's my problem, ne? If I let that slide now, ne, then you're gonna make another joke like that in the future, and another joke like that in the future. That's one thing I will never tolerate again in my life. I will not tolerate any disrespect from anyone. And trust me, my brother, I am not upset, I'm not angry. You would know if I'm angry. Hey, gold is fighting here. Gold is fighting here. We better hold this level here. So this is my roadblock. This is my roadblock for the day. Jeff, do you like trading Asia high and low sweeps? Yeah. I mainly only trade that. If it doesn't sweep the Asia high or low, I will be very, very careful about how I enter that trade. I'll be very careful about how I manage it, or if I do take it, how I manage it. I think it was yesterday. No, price broke below. I think there was a day we took something in the range. Oh, it was supposed to be over here. Oh no, it was over here. See, also there's also a trade I took over here. At this point, this was a flip. Took it from here. If you guys were on stream, you would know that. Also here, like we almost got stopped. I think my stop was what? How big was our stop? 50, what, 750? Can't remember. But we almost got stopped in it. And then unfortunately I had a break even. And then price came to my next zone where I should have bought from. So that buy was actually supposed to take place over here that day. And unfortunately price didn't come to that level. But mainly Asia high and low. If you want to go deeper into it, I would suggest you check out, what's his name? Steve Morrow. Beat the market maker. Very, very potent. Gold. Where are you going, Braza? Did I learn the high and low from Chris and Keegan them? Sure. I don't know if you're trying to rage bait me or something, né? But like, maybe Braza, he must go back and watch the content I've dropped on my channel. The people who have been with me would know I've been trading the Asia high and low since 2019. Since 2019, 6 years in the making. 6 years in the making. And I still trade it better than most people. And I'll also maybe say this to answer any other questions you have. I've only learned from one person, that was my mentor. Steve Morrow, let me type that for you. Nah, it's okay, man, bro. That's one thing I've learned, that it's inevitable, bro. I must learn to deal with things like this now, because in the future, there's gonna be a lot more things you're gonna be dealing with. Let me see what other vibes we have here. Let's see other vibes we have here.
The fastest payout speed in the prop firm industry. Goat-funded trader has
close the door to open a window.
Okay, so that trade will be invalid once TP1 hits. Will my next point on gold? My next point on gold will be all the way down here. All the way down here. That's if we do get stopped. That's if we do get stopped. But I won't say I had a good day. One trade on GU, nice little move there, and then a nice trade on gold. So even if we do get stopped on it, I'm still happy with the trade. I'm still happy with it. Was a great entry. Use the indicator God has given you, Mr. Davids. Use the indicator God has given you. Use your EYES indicator. Use your eyes, my brother. Use my eye. Use your eyes. Everything is right there on the chart. Everything is right there on the chart. It doesn't have to be that complicated.
Roll the dice, hit a 7, show you right. Beginner's luck, not my first, who gives a fuck? Your other one, evaporate, we celebrate. You under oath, I pick a side, and if you don't, I'll pick you both.
Yo, Mr. Davids, I don't think you must trade, brother.
It's not a joke.
Because can you not see price? Can you not see my chart? Can you not see where it says trade management? This is why I say, if you don't watch my streams every day, then I don't know, my brother. I honestly don't know.
Ayo, take one look in the mirror, implications so clear. I live life with no fear, except for the idea that one day
God gave you two healthy eyes to look.
eyes are green, I eat my vegetables. It has nothing to do with that broad, but if it did, guarantee she be gone. Well, I'm not the man with the walk in the pen. If you can't understand, I'm a hard chest that I need to get off, I ain't talking to them. Can't be in the picture if it got no frame. And let the world know, cause I ain't got no shame. Blow the whole spot up, cause I wanna share last names, I wanna be your number one, not the other one. Keep it on the low, I'm in my right mind, keep it on the high. Join the shotgun, spilling feelings, now I'm out here mopping up. Foot on the floor, pack up your bags, we hit the store, grab our supplies, no need for masks, bust through the door, get the job done like retirement. I mean, you look concerned, new magic wand.
Future-proof yourself. Tacky ass, off-brand, whole milk drinking, V-neck wearing mother.
They don't like my output or my outlook. I'm an Apple guy anyway. New York's renegade, been afraid to engage in it. Slow at the beginning, touch of the chameleon. Eric got no ceiling, no drive, shit still power steering. No interference, no weak deterrence. We should be concerned about how we tune our spirit. Instead we get embarrassed. How we get your marriage in the image of perfection. When we strive for investments, we all can be rich, that's just natural selection. I know that hurt a couple of my brethrens, damn. Hey, it's all love, I don't do this slow stuff. I was really broke, nigga, I don't need to grow up. Had roaches in my kitchen, ramen noodles in my cup. When I turned 18 is when I really... Before my neighborhood was gang shit, a bunch of us ran home, they were home scrambling. I was scamming him and his whole family, and then it was...
EYES. Yes, I see another thing you learned from them. Yeah, I knew you came here with some hidden agenda. Hey bro, weet je wat nee? Mr. Davids, nee. I feel very, very sorry for your kids. I feel very sorry for your kids. Jy's 'n groot man. Jy's 'n groot man met 'n lewe. This is how you spend your time. To come talk about something I was involved in. Waar was jy gewees hy tyd? Huh? Jy moet onthou nee, Mr. Davids, between me and you are nobody. You are nobody. You must be lucky, bro. You must be grateful. I'm even giving you time of day right now. Oh damn, stream strike. Copyright strike. Copyright strike. You probably blew your account, nee, Mr. Davids. You probably blew your account, nee, and now you looking for a way to take out your anger somewhere somehow. I didn't blow your account. Ek sal vir jou sê 'n ding soos hy is, Mr. Davids. Instead of keeping an eye on me, you could be spending time with your kids right now. Sien jy, ek is besig om te werk as ek hier so sit. Ek is besig om te werk. Wat doen jy? Keyboard warrior. Big man thing, huh? Big man thing. Jy moet nie kak praat by internet nie. En kom ek jy asof ek joke net nie. Ek sê jou chommy nie. Ek het nou gesê ek sê jou chommy nie. En wie vir my sê, I must control my emotions. If I want to be an asshole, nee, I will be an asshole. Niemand gaan vir my sê wat ek moet doen nie. Niemand is my baas nie. Jy moet nie eers kak praat en as ek terug kak praat, is 'n probleem nie. Dis hoe die lewe werk nie. Ja nee, so that will be invalid. Deleting that USDT buy limit. Yo, oil. Okay, looking good. We're going slowly but surely. We must just break, man. We must just break, man. What's the latest version of the indicator? The latest version is, I don't have it. It's called the kill shot. It's not out yet. So we must still release it. I don't know when though. They're still testing everything out as far as I'm concerned to make sure it's perfect, 100% perfect. I know some people already have access to it. Yeah. GU still fighting this level. EU holding the Asia highs. And gold is still fighting. Damn. Alright guys, only a few minutes on the clock for me and then I'm gonna have to head out. You guys know the schedule. Make sure you guys join our Discord if you have not yet joined. And then a few other things to discuss quickly. Synthetic indices with WellTrade. You can get them by following this link right over here. Use my affiliate code, use my affiliate link. I would appreciate that, so that we can show WellTrade that we do have people, and that obviously we'll see what they can offer us. I tried a few indicators. I feel like this is lagging in the Asia range. I think look into that. I can agree what you mean by that, Ryan. Like also for me, like I'm not the guy who's into indicators. Like I mean, look at my chart, bro. Like I draw out everything, you know. The only reason why I'm using this indicator is firstly because it's an indicator my friend has created. The HomeRun Series, and if you have watched my streams before, you would know that before I transitioned back to like Forex and things like that, before the prop firms, I was trading synthetic indices like every day. Will do, thanks Jeff. You're welcome, Mr. Davids. And Mr. Davids, nog te ding. You must remember one thing, bro. Ek is lief vir almal, bro. Ek is lief vir jou ook. But it's just how you approach me sometimes, you know. How people approach me, I'll match. I match energy, you know. So no hard feelings or anything like that. I just leave the braza. So hope you enjoy your day, man. So yeah, Ryan there. So if you have watched my streams, you would know that when I started trading USDT again and Nasdaq, things were good. But then I don't know, man. I hit like this wall with it for some reason. I don't know what it is. Where either one of three things will happen. The first thing is either price will come to my zone, I enter, I get stopped out immediately. The second thing is either I would have this fear now of getting stopped out, then the price would confirm my trade and I wouldn't take the trade and price would run to TP. Or price would literally just miss my zone and then I can't get into the trade. And then the indicator actually made it easier for me to actually trade it. You know, so now what I do is, like a good example, like on that USDT we had now, it gave a buy. So if it pulled back into my level, so you'll see it gives you like the entry zone. So you'll see the entry zone will be there and the stop would be over here. But now what I do is, you can see obviously the stop's a bit big. Now what I do is, we all know also this drawdown and things like that. I always strive for that sniper entry, you know. So then what I do is, I draw out my zone, I take that exact same stop loss and I would drag it to my entry level, and then I would just go for the same TPs. Now what happens is, compared to the other people who trade the indicator, I would have a much bigger risk reward compared to them, and a better entry, and I can manage my trade better. And also with that, my trading has more room to breathe in compared to, like, for instance, if they get stopped out. Or alternatively, you can even just do that. Then you have a much bigger risk reward. And the indicator works on USDT, gold, and NASDAQ. So you can get the HomeRun series by following this link over here. You can either get it. Let me do this. So here's the website. What you do is, you go to more and then go to packages. Okay, you can't really see there now, but more packages, top right, and then you'll see that there is all the indicators. He also does automation if you wanna have the indicator trade automatically for you. So basically you can buy them separately, but look at the prices. Gold 600, USDT 500, NASDAQ 500. So if you buy them individually, you'll pay 1,600 Rand. But why not just buy all three of them for 700? You know? So that's what I always also recommend people do. Beautiful gold. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh damn, I pasted the wrong thing. Yes, the development's also done, so I can actually show you. Here. Damn, I just realized I never swapped over. My bad. So you can actually see over here. You can see over here. So NASDAQ was updated 23rd of June, so 3 days ago. Same for USDT and same for gold. So they were last updated 3 days ago. So you'll see also they constantly get updated. Okay. Not sure how far it's gonna go, but yeah, basically, like, you'll also see, bro, there's a group that, so if you buy it, I must make a tutorial for this so I can upload it to the channel. But then basically also what happens is, once you buy it, you are added to a group, right? And this group, basically, whenever Sahil updates it, you send some message to the group to tell you to refresh the indicator or to delete it and re-add it, and it's updated basically. So you must always keep an eye on that group and don't mute it. Never mute it. Mr. Davids, I hear what you're saying, ne? But I can guarantee you, Braza, ne? I can guarantee you, ne? I feel totally valid for the way I reacted. I just want you to know that. I feel totally valid. You also know why I say that, ne? I watch other streamers as well, ne? And sometimes I comment, sometimes I don't comment. Sometimes I donate, sometimes I don't donate. But one thing I never do when I go to someone's stream, even if they are going through it, even if they are acting crazy, whatever the case, one thing I never do is I never go comment negative stuff on someone's stream. That's one thing I never do. Doesn't even matter if it's a joke. If I do joke in it, here's an example of a joke I made with a streamer the other day. I stumbled upon a streamer with the same surname as me. Surname Shaw, my government surname. Now it's a lady. Now I'm like, is this my auntie? Eh? And she's like, no, like, can't be. And it's like, so obviously she's not my auntie. But you get my point. Like, there is, I believe everyone can agree with this. There is ways you make certain jokes. Ne? Now here's my thing also, ne? When you say to me now about Keegan and Kristin, I've addressed this before also. I didn't leave there because of, like some people think, because of business things. Ne? I left there because of the way I was treated. The jokes that were made. there's certain jokes you don't. Like I said, there's a certain way you joke with someone. I'll leave you with a quote, yeah, Mr. David. I hear what you're saying, but I also want you to think about what you did and think about how you joke with people. Because not everyone will tolerate disrespect as a joke. You know? I watched other live streams. Most guys just no comments and dismiss viewers. Jeff has never done that once. True, bro. Like I always say, like I want to create a relationship with each and every one of you guys. You know, like even good example, Mr. Davis. I'm literally not fighting you, bro. I'm not fighting you. Even like with that, like what you said, ne? I believe maybe even if you see it differently, ne? If you see it differently, you would be at a completely different whatever now. And I would have maybe said to you, hey man, your name looks familiar because your name looks familiar. And I'll be like, did you watch me on my channel? Did you watch me there? Because I remember who you are. You know? So like, it's not like you're a complete stranger I just tripped out on either. You know, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that from you. You get, so it's also like kind of like a disappointment from my end. And like I said, I'm not fighting, I'm being honest with you. So, let's agree, disagree. We both can do better. Nee? But I just want you to remember one thing, bro. Nee? Alles liefde van my kant af. I told the people on my street also before the last few weeks. I've been doing so much introspection on myself. Nee? I don't wanna beef with people. I don't wanna fight with people. But also with that introspection, I've realized things about myself. There's certain things I can't tolerate anymore. You know? So I was like, I don't want to be this way either. You know? It sounds contradicting. You know? And that's the thing, I'm human. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But it goes back to what I always say also. Hey, I believe if, and this applies to everyone, I'm talking to everyone watching me right now. Just imagine all of us become very conscious about our actions and how our actions affect people. And I'm talking about in general. Whether it's how we look at maybe someone in public, how we greet someone, how we joke with someone, how we maybe just even I'll make examples, right? Even myself, maybe how you just maybe respond to your spouse, you know. I believe if everyone becomes conscious about like just how we treat one another, the world will be a much better place, you know. Like for instance, a good example is I saw a guy live on TikTok somewhere in the week. He looks like you guys know when you see someone, you can see if they're Down syndrome. Like, you know, they have like a certain look. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but you guys didn't try to say name. So if you look at this guy, like he wouldn't say he has Down syndrome, but then like he acted a certain way. Like he was like loud on his stream and like you know, like he's putting his tongue out while he's playing, like you know. And people were attacking him on that. People were like so rude to him. So I wanted to see like what's he gonna say to these people, ne? And then he blatantly ignored them. And then when he spoke, that's when everyone was like, sure, we shouldn't have said that. Because he's not, I'm not saying now that about me, but you understand what I'm trying to say, guys. You know, like, love goes a long way, man. Love goes a long way. The past in the past, it's what we learn from it. And I agree, not everyone is meant for everyone. Not everyone can work together. It's all about frequency and energy. I can agree with that. Ryan. I'm a firm believer in energy and compatibility, astrology, numerology, all these things. Guys, but this is a beautiful session, man. Beautiful trade on gold. We are in profit. I'm just gonna hold it. Either I'm gonna get stopped there at my trade management zone, or I'm gonna smile, you know. GU, I'm not gonna force it. I'll see what price wants to do. EU is too slow, and yeah. But I'm gonna call the session there, guys. Once again, if you guys want to join our Discord, make sure you join Discord over here. In case I take any trades off stream, any updates on trades, for instance, if I either go break even on gold or whatever the case, I'll send it to the Discord and update you guys. Yeah. Love you, brother, and keep it real. Keep it real. See you tomorrow, and I'll drop you a WhatsApp this evening. Sounds good, man. Much love, guys. Much love. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't overtrade, and be safe, man. Love you guys.
Sunshine and your kiss is like fire in my heart. When I'm with you, it's like my day, but then the sun sets whenever you walk away, and the night falls whenever we're apart. Felt like I was sleeping till I met you. I felt life had no meaning. That I wouldn't do so that I could be with you. I love how you